Hello. I've totally been awake this whole time. Hi. I'm wide awake. Hello, welcome. I'm so awake right now, it's so crazy. So, how's it been? I'm glad to hear it. God. I'm very awake. I am hello awake. Did I just wake up? No, definitely not. How could I set a time for 1 p.m. and then stay awake till like 4 in the morning and then wake up like 20 minutes ago? I would never. I stayed up till 4 in the morning, and then I woke up like 20 minutes ago. Nah, waking up at 10 a.m. is perfectly normal. What time is it for me right now? 1 p.m.? Did you at least eat and drink something before? No. I'll do that later. I work really well off of like not take care of it. No, I'll be fine. I'm not a breakfast person. I don't eat when I wake up. Like I don't really do that. I always like eat later in the day, which for me would be way later. I don't know. I'm never really hungry in the morning. Or not in the morning, sorry. It's afternoon. Is anybody else like that? Where you like can't at least get some water? Don't worry, I have more than enough water. That fell. That's a bad thing to have fallen. I will fix that it fell. Oh, I know why it fell. I'm gonna fix this because that's not a very good thing to have to be happening. Here, let me fix my new issue. My all-new issue that just decided to start happening. That was loud? Yeah, something fell over in the background. Something I do not want moving. Everything, okay. There, I'm fixing it all. So basically what just happened a second ago is my router. So my router is right behind me. I'm knocking everything over. So my router is right behind me, and I have an Ethernet cable. My Ethernet cable wrapped around my chair, and I pulled my router off where it is sitting, and it fell on the floor. So that's not supposed to happen. That's an oopsie. Is it broken? No, it's okay. My router survived. It's a very small fall. It's on a very tiny table. I'm gonna stand next to it and tell you exactly how tall the table is. Okay. I'm like 5'10", and the router is like a little under knee height. So like it's a really tiny table. It's real small. So it wasn't that much of a fall. But you're 5'10", you thought I was short? I've always said I'm average height. I've never said I was short. I've always said I'm like average height. Like Being short is it's a fabrication, okay? I've always said I'm 5'10". It's on the shorter side, but not as short as you make it out to seem. Yeah, okay, it might be the shorter side. Okay, one thing I find really funny about being 5'10" is, I always, like, every time I've gone to a doctor and I've gotten my height checked, can you translate to non-American measurements? Google, quick. Well, I don't know if this is right, but apparently 177.8 centimeters. If that's how you measure height. That's how height works out for you. Yeah, I'm like average height. And one thing that I find really funny though is every time I go to the doctor and they like give me like, they tell me how tall I am and stuff. Every time I always get that statistic where they're like, oh, you're taller than this percentage of the population. I don't fucking see it, I'm gonna be honest. Most people I like am around are taller than me. Like I feel short when I'm around most people. Like, I'm told that I'm supposed to be above average. But like, how am I above average and everybody around me is like either like a few inches taller or like a head taller than me? It's unfair. I'm going to die by the fact that I am average height. I'm not short, I swear. I'm like right dead in the middle, center line. I'm not too tall, I'm not too short. I'm perfect in the middle. The only people who know the average height are those afraid of not meeting it. Perfect height, no, listen, think about it. You're like in that like 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", that kind of like height group, those like 3 inches in between those three. If you really think about it, that's the height where if you need to like bend down and pick something up, it's not like too much of a hassle. And if you need to like get like stand up like on your toes and grab something, it's not too out of the way, right? Like, it's the perfect height for everything, I think. Okay, listen, I swear. Okay, Grandma, 5'8" is normal height. Okay, but it's not the perfect height, okay? Clearly you have to, 5'9" through like 5'9", 5'10", it's the perfect in between. It's not too tall, it's not too short. It's perfect. Well, the average male height in the US is 7.5, so I'm actually, okay, so then I'm totally tall then. Look at that. I'm towering, I'm massive, I'm one of the tallest people you'll ever meet. Perfect height is the height you want it to be. While I agree not, I'm also coping, so like, listen, okay? I've had the weirdest history with my height. I only ever got shorter. Coping up being short up. Oh my god. I'm okay. I'm like I'm actually, according to standards, a little bit taller than normal. Ha ha ha. I'm so incredibly impressively tall. I'm totally even though I feel short when I walk into like any group of people. I don't know why. I'm given this is how tall I am, but like I feel short. Fucking I am not made to feel tall. Taller than most Americans and Mexicans. I'm yeah, no, I'm a good height. You haven't measured your height in a while now that you think about it. I only ever had for the longest time, as of like a year ago. I had my height only measured to me by friends who were guessing. And I'm not joking, I kept getting shorter. So, like, when I was being told how tall I was, the first person to say, like, oh, how tall I am, like a person that I was friends with, said 6 foot. So I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, I'll go with that. And then somebody else said 5'11", and then it went 5'10", and then it went 5'9". I was concerned when I got my height checked, it was just gonna keep going down. Because every time somebody guessed my height, I just kept getting shorter. I'm a computer virus. I have no height whatsoever. I have height in spirit, okay? You're 5'5" right now? 5'5", that's all, like, that's also a good height. I think, listen, height being good or bad only depends on where you stand and how much it matters to you. That's clear. That's the true height graph. You're currently 6. You're currently 6 foot tall. But you're such a big growth spurt that you still have your short mentality. Went from like shorter than oh, what, you were like really short, then you got taller, got really tall, huh? You got like, you're the perfect height for any the difference between me and you must be vast, because everybody knows the difference between 5'11" and 6 foot is so incredibly distant. Even though I'm not 5'11", but like 5'11" and 6 foot, there's such a vast difference between the two. You must understand. Height matters where you stand, so a ladder, yes, it depends where you stand. And then on top of Everest stands taller than us. Okay, no, true. That's correct. Height only here. Let me rephrase. So the height matters depending on how tall you are. That works, right? That can't be twisted. That one. Then again, I don't know. I don't have faith in it not being able to. The urge to clear meaningless notifications in the background that I'm looking at is grand. Height depends on how tall you are. I guess that's factually correct. Okay, what height means to you depends on how you feel about your own height. I win. You can't beat that one. That's a coherent sentence that makes sense and can't be twisted. I think you're looking for your perception of what is. Gonna restart my brain. I think you're looking for your perception of what is tall and short depends on your personal height. Okay, yes, that's perfect. Okay, it's all okay. Good. It's too early. 1 in the afternoon to have stream issues now. Well, no, because how one feels about their height is dependent on other people's height. True, but also how you feel about your own height depends on how you feel about your own height. You just checked and you were 5'2" before your growth spurt? Damn. That's such a jump. You got to experience both. You've now gotten to experience both halves of it. The short half and the tall half. You've been 5'10" for over a decade now? I'm trying to judge how long I've been 5'10". Definitely not I don't think a decade. Because I don't know how long I've been, what is it? Because I think I've been maybe like half a decade. Because I don't remember when I got to my height. That's weird. One thing with me that I can never figure out is I know I've gotten taller from when I was like 5, but like I don't feel it in my brain doesn't comprehend that I've gotten taller. I'm never able to like figure it out. Because nothing feels like it's gotten any different, right? Like I don't it's not like it's not like there's a time like after like a bit I would look at something and go like, wow, that's further down than it used to be. Granted, over the course of everything, I could kind of see it if I go way back compared to now. But like, when it comes to just, what is it? Like, over like the short periods of time, I don't really see it. I can never really tell how my height's changing. Oh, Shad, you grew so quickly of stretch marks on your back? Damn. So what? So like, how quickly did it happen? You don't know? Oh, you don't know it was years ago? That's that's very interesting. Gregory, how could you phrase it? That is the most cursed way you could have possibly fucking phrased that. Oh my god. That is the silliest way you could have phrased that. What the hell? Oh my god. It felt overnight, but that's obviously just because you realized you were actually tall at one point. So then, like, that's so interesting. I don't know, like, getting taller is so interesting to me. I don't know. Oh gosh, we get all these body things. I have a curious question. Like, am I the, like, I've heard a couple of people like this, so I know I'm not alone in it, but when, like, if bodily functions are explained to you, like how your body works and does its thing, that always makes me, like, think about it way too hard. And, like, I get way too like, self-conscious about it. Like, a fine example of one of those things is, like, how, like, like, the bones in your arms, like twist over each other. No, that'd be dumb, and you have to, like, breathe manually or blink manually or something. I mean, here, I'll do you one even better. Fucking think, if you really think about it, like, the bones in your arms, like, twist when you, like, move your arm. So, like, your bones are twisting in your arms when you move your arms. When I think about that, I get, like, conscious of it, and I start, like, feeling my bone, like, move. Like, I feel my bone move. I think about it way too much, and then I just stop bending my arms because I, like, have to unthink about it. I have to forget about it to just exist normally. See, I'm immune to breathe and blink manually because I don't really think about it. Fuck you, Gregory. I'm gonna think about that for the next hour. Oh no. That's gonna kill me for the next hour. I swear. I'll never escape that. Your bones twist when you twist your arm. You certainly hope they would, but doesn't it feel weird? Like, the arm, like, when you think about bones, don't you think about how, like, they're, like, solid and stuff, right? Like, they're like I always thought about bones like they don't move, like they don't, like, move in the sense of, like, twist and bend and stuff. Like that thing always was so freaky to me. I don't know. Well, they're sure. Well, sure that the bones are solid, but the joints and muscles that are connecting them aren't. That's like his mobility. Yeah, that's the part that I always have thought about when I think about, like, how you move. No, even the strongest trees will bend. Well, why should skeletons fit any different? I don't know. I feel like it should be. It's weird. I've always thought about it as weird. Welcome, Yuri. Welcome. Am I good? I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how, like, bones work and how, like, the bones in your arms bend, and, like, how I mentioned how that makes me, like, feel like be so conscious of it that I don't want to bend my arms. And now I'm getting hit with the facts of it, and then it's not helping. Oh gosh. How did we get here? This is just more proof that I'm average. That I'm just. Listen, I am perfectly average. I'm just perfectly average height. And bones are weird. That's kind of the consensus I've come to over the past 20 minutes. Yeah, no, 20 minutes, almost 30 actually. Coughing. Coughing is like, allergies gotta be one of the worst things, I swear. Like, well, not really, but like, they're so persistent that I hate them. Because it took me like a week to not feel bad about, like, not feel bad. And then it took me a couple of days to not feel like nasally. And then it took me a little bit longer. Have I tried cough drops? Yes. I have tried cough drops and medicine. I have tried all of that stuff. The counterpoint is that it has not, like, it has not really done anything. It's like the biggest, like, minor annoyance. It's the worst tiny little thing that gets in the way when, like, it's just something really insignificant but, like, annoying just persists forever and ever. It's so annoying. Allergies are horrible. You have no end of sympathy for those who are allergic to various fruits, animal products, and sunlight. Yeah, no, I completely feel the same. It sucks not being able to do things or having stuff that, like, prevents you. You misread it as you have no sympathy. Yeah, no. I hate it when people have allergies. It's just a skill issue. L plus ratio. Clearly. So true. If you're allergic, just get better. There's no allergies. If you have, it's one of my favorite like stupid things like that is the, like, if you're drowning, just drink the water. Hello, Lurker. Welcome, welcome. Fun fact, ticks can cause you to develop an allergy to mammal meat. Ticks are nasty. They shouldn't exist. I think that's one of the, like, creatures that can, like, go extinct and nothing will matter. They don't do anything. They're a pest. The circle of life is not a circle. It's fucked up and weird. And they don't fit in. Kick them out. They feed birds. But here's the thing: if they all went away, nothing bad would come from it. But literally skill issue. Get better food. Just eat. There are other insects out there with probably a higher nutritional, and not just give you diseases and then kill you instantly. There are better options. Don't eat ticks. Think about it. Without ticks, they just adapt to eat other things, clearly. It's what the lizards did in the tropical islands when they just dropped them there and they adapted. It is just a skill issue. It is just a get better. If we eradicated ticks, new tick-like creatures should develop in their place, stronger and more aggressive. Is that how that works? I feel like if you just got rid of them, nothing would, like, they would just be gone. I mean, there hasn't been any, like, replacement for, like, what, like dodo, like dodo birds, which are also extinct. But there's been no, like, exact replacement for them, or any different kind of replacement for them. I feel like ticks would be the same, no? They're all gone and they're just gone. Delete them. Perma-ban them, honestly. Ratio them on Twitter, get them out of here. They feel an ecological niche, however small, and where there is a niche, it will be filled. What niche? Yeah, what do they do? Yeah, they just, like... I was gonna read all about this, but then, and now it's telling me to disable my ad blocker, so never mind. The ticks are trying to suck my cookies. They're trying to steal everything from me. They're evil. They're too evil to exist. We need to ban ticks from the server, honestly. Uninstall, honestly. I'm so tempted to chew gum, but I don't want to miss again and bite my tongue again. I'm almost talking normal. Am I talking normal? I can't tell. Do I still have, like, the ouchies, I bit my tongue kind of sound? Because I can't really tell. I can't really listen to how I sound right now. Because... your throat is still ever so slightly hoarse, but otherwise I sound normal. So that means I'm waking up. Only took me, it took me like you know, like around like 40-50 minutes. Oh gosh, that reminds me of something. When I was younger, so I'm from, like, you know, NA, North America, right? And all of my friends, for a period of time, were all from Australia. Like, everybody I ever talked to was from Australia. However, I never... my voice sounds different. However, I never speak normally. That's true. I speak in my own kind of normal, which is not being able to pronounce words. But, what is it? All my friends at the time were all from Florida. Not Florida, Australia. They're all from Australia, and the thing is, that's a crazy time difference. So I would just be nocturnal, and just, like, fuck up my sleep schedule so horribly that I was up, like, all night and would sleep at the time, and then would, like, sleep at like, in Australian hours. I'd be up and asleep in, like, Australian hours. I don't know how I did it, but, like, I did it for, I think, 3 months? Maybe 3-4 months? I don't know how I was able to, but, like, I don't know how I was able to fix my schedule. That was the part that was the kind of I feel like, the craziest. I don't know how I was able to fix that after breaking it so horribly. The urge to move around random objects on my desk is too high. I have a weird thing where I just collect random things that I don't need to collect. Like, I don't need to have. Like, hold on. Could you guess what this is based on... Can you hear this, first off? Can you hear it? Could you hear that? Could you hear it when I slap this? That sounds like a bag, a plastic bag of you don't know. So it is one of the it's one of the big plastic bags. Think about one of the ones that like it's like the real big ones. Like it kind of like is more than a hand's length, like up and down. I can't have a measurement, but like, you know. And this bag, so granted, I can't close this bag. It's too filled. I can't close this plastic bag. It's full of bottle caps. It's just bottle caps. I can't close the bag. Is a hand larger or smaller than a foot? I'll test it right now. Smaller, it's literally a foot's length. At least for how big my foot size is. But like, it's just a bag of bottle caps. And it's so overfilled that like, it's scratching the sides of the plastic bag so much that you just feel it. Like you rub your hands over it. On any of the bottle caps that are flipped over, you could literally feel the tiny little, like, you know how bottle caps have those little plastic, like, super tiny little parts that kind of shoot up a little bit? Even though they're, like, minuscule, you can kind of feel them when you run your hand over a bottle cap. You could feel those through the plastic bag, because it's so full. The tiny plastic nubbins, yeah, all of those ones. You could feel them right through the bag. It's that like overstuffed. I think I just decided one day I was gonna keep them, and then I just did. Here, I want to grab some other stuff for you to. I'm gonna show off some other random stuff on my desk, because why not? This one's gonna be very easy, but you know what these are, right? You know that sound? I don't know how loud or quiet that was. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. I need to set it back on my desk. Marbles, magnets, those clacker thingies. They're rocks. It's 3 rocks I have on my desk. I'll tell you the exact reason why each rock is here. So rock number 1, it's kind of has like a white, like crusted kind of like crusted over look. So I keep it on my so I kept it. Rock number 2, it was really smooth and really round. So I kept it. And rock number 3 was like is like almost completely flat on the bottom. Like it is almost completely flat at the bottom. So I kept it. It never hurts to keep. It never hurts for one to keep rocks at an easily accessible location. If one never knows, and they may barter with a local cave. Those are very good reasons to keep rocks 10 out of 10. They're so perfect. Like, one's a weird color, one's super round, and one's flat. Like you set it down on the desk, and like, it's not like it's it's barely uneven. There's barely that shake to it. It's so interesting. It's such a cool rock. Okay, I'm gonna grab the other stuff. Here are the last 3 of my weird collectibles. Do I have a pet rock? I have 3. I've rehomed 3 rocks, and they live with me. Here's one. That's probably very loud. Do it over here. I have this on my. I have this in my. So all these things are stuff that I keep in my nightstand next to my bed. We have like 4 rocks. Are we really human if we don't keep random rocks in our house? Do you know what this sound is, by the way? But this is probably one of the most, like, strange things that I own. Golf ball? No. So, I'm gonna give you a bit of a story time. So, for a while, there were bamboo shoots, that were around near me. And while they were getting cut down, there was this tiny piece of bamboo. And I asked, can I keep it? And then I took it home. I have just I have like a stick of bamboo. That's what the sound is. Legendary rarity find. Yeah, it's so perfectly cut too. It's so cool. It's so strong. It's so nice. And it's completely dried out because it's been months and it's just been sitting in a dingy not really, dingy is not the right word. A refined, a perfect nightstand. These next one probably won't make a sound. Well, actually, it will. Okay, that's a cool sound. I didn't know I could do that. I'm gonna keep doing that for the next hour. I need to set it down. I need to get it away from my hands. Oh wait, you know that one? Which one? What is it? What is it? I'll see how right you are. You're blanking hard on it, but it's a thing with a bunch of flaps. A pine cone? You're completely correct. It is, in fact, a pine cone. This one doesn't have a story behind it. It's just because it was the only pine cone I found that was, like, perfectly put together. It wasn't, like, broken or anything. So I just kept it, and it was mine now. And the last one I can't... The last one is the weirdest one, I think. putting it back because I can't be trusted to hold it. I don't even want to touch this one. Because I don't want to mess it up. So, I'm just going to tell you. So, and the last one is a, it's an acorn. But there's a story behind this acorn, you see. This acorn, while I was walking, I found a squirrel and it was eating it and it dropped it and I picked it, like it was eating it and it dropped it. It was done. I picked it up and I kept it. It's just it's a acorn a squirrel had. It's hollow on the inside because the squirrel got what it wanted. It's just the shell of an acorn. Because like, I was gone before the squirrel dropped it before it saw me. Like it wasn't like I antagonized it for it. I just saw it in the distance and then it dropped it and went off on its own. And then I went over to where it dropped it and I picked it up and I kept it. I just have that here. So it's a pine cone, a bamboo shoot, and a squirrel-eaten acorn. Nuts are also a good keep. You're now realizing are basically just squirrels with random trinkets. We have to truly be squirrels and start burying them underground. Dig a hole, drop our cool finds in there, and then dig it up in the summer. I mugged a poor squirrel. No, he was done with it. Okay. What I did was effectively picking up his garbage. Do I not have them buried in my nightstand? That's true. They're secretly stashed away in there. Used to have a lime. You used to have a lime. You kept. You found it on the sidewalk and eventually it dried up and you called it limo. You loved it and eventually lost it outside somewhere. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of something. I did these a long while ago. I did these tiny drawings of characters on pieces of paper and cut them out, take them outside for some photos, right? Because I thought it'd be funny to take them outside for that exact, just to see them. They disappeared. They're gone. I don't know what happened. I searched everywhere it could have possibly went. It's just gone. And it's been months. They're dead. They're gone forever now. They're like the ants or bees or something ate them. The lime became slime and now its legacy lives on. Oh my god. Lime. That is like. It's the perfect tiny little rhyme. Also, that's so cute art to them. I was so sad when they were gone. Cause I was like, I was doing something real silly. I got some really fun photographs. And they're gone. I don't know if I still have them. I could check, but I can't right now. Oh yeah, other random story I would like to mention, because we're already here on on random story topics. So I have like a tiny fire extinguisher up here, right? Because I'm up. I'm not down. I'm up. I'm at the top. And of like my home. I'm an attic dweller. I don't know what sunlight is. But basically, I can describe this in how stupid I was about 3 years ago. So when you're trying to make something with tin, if you're trying to make something, like cook something, and you're using, and tinfoil is a part of the recipe, what is the first thing, not the recipe, like if you're going to use tinfoil for it, what is one of the things that you don't do if tinfoil is involved? You do not eat the tinfoil. That's true, but that's not the mistake I made. I made a different, also dumb mistake. Just as dumb. You do not microwave the tinfoil. I microwaved the tinfoil. That's why I have a fire extinguisher up here. Because I microwaved the tinfoil. I didn't think about it, and then I did. In my defense, I barely cook. You know what? This is just par for the course. Why have I done crazier things? Have I set the bar really that low so early? No comment? Oh no. What was it? The expired nail polish? The expired slime? Which one? Which one of my misdeeds was the worst? That is a contributing factor, yes, but I also grabbed an ant's nest. Okay, in my defense, I was in like middle school and I didn't know it was an ant's nest. I thought it was I picked up a rock, I turned it over, and then I looked down, and then there were all of their nest stuff. It's not my fault they built their nest into like the side of like, you know those like elevated raised walls that are like kind of on the side of like a slope that goes down to somewhere else? Like, here actually, let me do a toggle I don't really do. But in specific ones, you have a great. You said it as a general. I genuinely worry for you, but any bit specific examples you have are not great for your case. Oh no. Listen, I have to explain the ant one, okay? Maybe I mis-explained it. I have to explain it. You have to understand. It was not my fault. Okay. Here's a toggle I never really do. Will it work? Oh, right. Why? Oh, right. This is still the old one. I haven't used this in so long. It still is the old, That's not the right one. It still is the old chat that broke. Remember when that happened? Remember when the chat broke months ago? And then I had to fix it, and I was so fucking confused. Good times. Okay. So, let me explain my case. It has to be explained, okay? So, first off, there was a ramp, okay? I'm gonna get a bigger brush. There was a ramp, okay? Like, it went down. Maybe not that steeply, but it went down, right? And then I got you out studio mode and OPS at some point. You think I'd understand these things? I never will. I'll never figure out anything else on my. I'll never figure out anything on my own, because I will always like do what works. So feel free. I won't figure it out unless I'm told. But it was one of these things, right? Like, I think it was further out this way. It just kept going. But there was like a ramp down, right? And the issue is that with this ramp, right? There was a little rock. I'm gonna grab a different color, maybe like up here. This is where the rock was, right? It was like right here. And the colony, the nest, was like down into here on the open outward facing side of the wall. It was not inside of the wall. It was like on the outside of the wall. And I was right here. I was right here. And I saw this rock on the ground, and then I picked it up. I picked up the rock. And then the ants attacked me. Because they were like, you're attacking us, so that's clearly your intention. I was sitting on the side. I wasn't even paying attention. I think I had one of those, like, those things that they give kids. I forgot the name of it. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Is this it? Yep, wait, I saw a picture of it. This has to be it. Yep, okay. And I was sitting on the side, you know. Am I doing trolley problem? No, explaining how I got bit by an ant. Okay, so I was sitting on here, and I picked up this rock, right? I'm all sitting over here. I kind of had the, you know, I had one of these things, right? I had one of these things, the classic childhood item. I had one of these things, while I was just kind of sitting over here, and, like, just kind of hanging out with one of these. There are other people around, like, here, and over here, but there are other people over here, okay? I was kind of just here, you know, having one of these things, when I saw this rock, and I picked it up, and one of the ants, I saw their eggs and all that stuff here, because the nest was outside of the thing. It was kind of like you could see all of it, and I didn't see it, and I picked up the rock, because I have rocks on my desk. I pick up random objects. One of the ants bit my finger, because I did that. The tiny little, like bit my finger, and then I just kind of, like, shook them off. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. You understand my you understand? Your uncle once had wasps build a nest in their window, and you could see the whole hive. That sounds really cool. It's like you get a free ant farm, but it's for wasps. And oh wait, it's wasps. Okay, that's cool, but also scary because wasps are just mean. They're very mean. They hate you for existing. Somebody just arrived. What do you have to say about wasps, huh? I bet he has a little bit to say about wasps, I guess. I know what you want. Dog opinion. He's expressing his opinion on wasps. Oak University took the window to study wasps, and unfortunately, no one was injured. Hi, I know what you want. I can't give it to you. I can't. That's what I said. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pick him up, I swear. I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna pick you up. It's gonna happen. Okay. He's here now. He's on my lap. I'm glad nobody was injured. Wasps are scary. Buddy, you can't jump off me when I'm holding you. That's not how this works. He doesn't understand that I was holding him and he wanted to jump off him. You didn't jump back on me. What do you want? Explain yourself. Use your words. What do you want from me? He's so confused. I can't give you what you want. I'm sorry. He's gonna do it again. He does it all this time. He does it all the time. What? What do you want, huh? Off he goes, I guess. Nope. Never mind, he's still here. You find my hound most eloquent? Thank you. He's expressing his opinion so openly. Don't you turn off my computer with your tail. Don't you dare. Don't you. You're coming too close to it. He's standoff. He's going all standoff mode now. He's staring me down. Not anymore. He does. So, okay. Let me describe to you what he does when he comes near me, okay? He presses his body weight into my leg and then doesn't look at me while he's doing all this. He's like pressing into my leg and not looking at me. He's just... What? What? Explain it. Go. Do it. Oh, you really? I don't know. Welcome. We're having a dog moment right now. He's here. He's here and he's hanging out. Okay. I'll give him. I'll have to not give him what he wants, but compromise. I'll be right back. And with that, the compromise has been met. That was quick. He always finds the strangest times just appear. He arrives. Truly, the apparition of all dogs. He literally, I don't hear him when he comes up here. I just look down to my left and I just see him staring up at me. And he's just here now. He just enters. He arrives. He's so quiet. He's so silent. He's so light on his feet. On that topic, actually, about how light he is on his feet, it took me... So he's always been able to go up and down the stairs, right? It's been, like, well, not always, but for the past, like, couple of years, he's been able to. But the thing is, until maybe 4 months ago, I never saw him do it. Because he would never do it when somebody was looking. He would just be up the stairs and down them the next, and you never really hear it either, because he's so quiet. He'd just kind of be there. Like, you just look, and then he's there. I never thought he could move so silently. And he also got a lot more vocal recently. He's always he never used to like beg like that. I keep messing with all the stuff on my desk. I have so many random objects on my desk that I can just mess with, and it makes my mind go blank when I get to touch them. Okay, I have this cord that, like, you can, I don't know what it's for at this point. I think it's probably for something I don't need anymore, right? And the thing is, it has one of those things that they used to cover the USB, that, like, solid plastic that, like, slides over it, like, really tightly fit, super good slide. And I just keep sliding it up and down, because it's, like, the most satisfying thing with how perfect it is. It's just so perfect. It's so perfect. Port covers are so good. I agree. They're so satisfying to mess with. Because they fit it, like, exactly. It's like the most perfect fit. Look, when you put it on, it doesn't... Does it? I can't tell. No, it won't slide down, but when you press on it, it will. So like, you can, like, kind of, like, feel it a little bit, and it's so good. I just like keeping random things on my desk for that exact same reason. That's why my desk looks very weird. I just keep things for, like, no reason. But there are some things that I keep for very specific reasons. I'm actually curious. I'm curious something I have to check. I'm curious if this works like how I've always seen people say that most do. But I'm gonna check. Oh, I dropped one. That's not good. Not really. It's not that bad. Now I'll just pick it back up. Oh, they aren't related. That's so sad. They don't like move from one to one. So you know how with like manga, usually they like on like the spines of the books, sometimes each individual picture relates to the next one. Like they make like a one big portrait at the end. Like Dragon Ball, yeah, like that kind of thing. It's all falling over. That's gonna bend if I flip it like that. This is too much manga to carry in my hands. Okay. Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10. Perfect. Okay, so these volumes are of course they are, it's the free-read volumes. I have every single one I could possibly get my hands on. That's volumes 1 through 10. I'll get 11 when it arrives. And same thing with 12, 13, 14, and onward and upward. It's one thing reading this kind of thing digitally, but it's another thing entirely reading it physically. It's so cool. Like being able to just flip through it and look at all the art in like, the right sizes and stuff. Seeing the 2-page spreads and all that. Okay, they're all lined up. I have to set them back perfectly lined up or else it's wrong. Like, I'm the kind of person that hates folding things over wrong. Have you ever tried to fold paper and then, like, you, what is it? I'm gonna grab this paper and do that, so I can talk about it while doing it. I have no paper. This is so sad. I guess I'm not going to be able to do it. But I'm the kind of person that, you know, whenever you're like folding over paper and the sides don't match, I hate that so much. It's one of my least favorite things just ever. When like you like fold it over and then you kind of like have to crease down the side so it stays folded, and then it doesn't match on the other end. I hate that so much. Like I need to fix it. And then when you try and fix it, it like breaks more because then you have to fold the back side more and then it looks more disorganized. And then it kind of just breaks sometimes. You've never been good at folding paper? Me neither. It's one of the worst things. You know what's even worse than that? You know how when you have to pull like a paper out of like a notebook or something? And then you have to like kind of like have those little like slots on the side that help it come out quicker, like and better. And even though you've like done everything you can to make sure it comes out fine, you folded it so it's like easier to pull apart. You've kind of like been staying close to the sides and make sure only to pull the sides, and then you still tear the paper. Those are the two. Those two things like kill me. I hate them so much. Why can't I just take the paper out of the book, in the notebook, without, like, just tearing the page? I can't fold paper and I can't just get it out of like, a notebook or something. It's the worst. Because if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, like, those, like, what, I guess they're, like, the books with the, like the, well, like, the rings usually have them. Oh, if I look this up, it's just gonna... I don't want to see actual rings. I want to see the metal book rings. It's like a 3-composition notebook. Three-composition notebook. Is this it? No, that one's not the right one. These ones are, though. But, like, when you open the book, and they have that little side to tear, and then it just doesn't fucking come out. If anybody has had to try and do that. I'm still like half awake. Real EP hours? Yeah. I woke up. Listen, okay, I had to stay up late. I was too curious about looking at random stuff. They had to doom scroll for 20 minutes, for 3 hours. You have to understand. Okay, but I think I've woken up pretty well. Thank y'all, and thank y'all for stopping by. It's been like an hour. It's been like an hour and a little more. Truly, it is not a yapping stream if I don't change topic every 5 minutes. Well, thank y'all for stopping by. It was fun. I'm gonna go eat food now. Thank y'all for... Oh, bye-bye. See you all tomorrow for more of this. For you will not escape it.